Muhammad Ali, the boxing legend, began his golden era in 1960, showcasing his great skills and captivating the audience with his charisma. He was not only one of the greatest boxers, but also a socially influential figure in his generation, both in politics and humanitarian causes. Muhammad Ali, with 56 wins out of 61 fights, is an icon in boxing and has left a lasting legacy throughout history. Muhammad Ali experienced his golden era, but was eventually surpassed by Jamaican Trevor Berbick. He briefly held the world heavyweight title recognized by the World Boxing Council in 1986 after defeating Pink Lon Thomas on points. Soon after, he lost the title to Mike Tyson, who defeated him in the second round, despite Ali's attempts to get up 3 times.
Bangs the body. Wow, that uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with a light left hook, and he goes down. He goes down. He should be able to get up from this. His legs may be shut. They are. As Trevor Berbick falls back in the rope, I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. He's got the heart, but his body won't let him do what his mind wants to.
Trevor Berbick is also remembered for being the last boxer to face Muhammad Ali, whom he defeated in 10 rounds in Nassau, Bahamas, on December 11, 1981, by unanimous decision.
Just threw him off balance. Nothing. So far, it's been the second one. There he goes. Ali. There's a terrific body punch. Ali was holding a little bit. He wants to see a little bit of talking.
But then the 1980s arrived, and Mike Tyson became a 2-time world heavyweight champion, becoming the youngest boxer in history to achieve this feat. He won the WBC title against Trevor Berbick on November 22, 1986, at the age of only 20 years, 4 months, and 22 days. Later on, he would unify all the titles by defeating champions James Smith, WBA, and Tony Tucker, IBF. However, he suffered a defeat at the hands of James Buster Douglas in 1990 after several successful title defenses. A new era began with Lennox Lewis in the 1990s and early 2000s. Lewis, a British boxer, brought a combination of size, skill, and ring intelligence to the heavyweight division. He achieved numerous victories and became the undisputed heavyweight champion in boxing history. However, a new force emerged from Ukraine. That force was Vitali Klitschko, who was not just another boxer. He was part of the Soviet genetic experiment, aimed at creating the best genetics and bringing it to the rest of the world. With his towering height of 2.01 meters, 6 feet 7 inches, Klitschko appeared formidable compared to the average Lennox Lewis.
Und Lennox Lewis versucht jetzt hier sofort Druck zu machen. Gute Linke von Vitali. Er muss nachsetzen. Er hat so eine überragende Physis. Und die am linken Auge. Und beide suchen das vorzeitige Ende.
The decisive day came for Vitali Klitschko to prove what he was made of. The clash in the ring was challenging and fiercely contested, but Champ's experience allowed him to inflict massive damage, opening a cut above Klitschko's face. After 12 rounds, it seemed that the judges' scorecard favored Vitali, but Klitschko's injury ultimately gave Lewis the final victory of his illustrious career when he decided to retire on top. But for Vitali Klitschko, the defeat was only the beginning. He decided to demonstrate his dominance and showcase the true Soviet boxing style. Returning to the ring with vengeance, he quickly secured 2 consecutive victories and rose to the position of the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. The Soviet boxing style captivated audiences worldwide. However, in the history of every hero, there are antagonists waiting backstage, eager to challenge and claim what the hero possesses. In this case, the villain's name was Shannon Briggs, known for his reckless and defiant behavior. Shannon Briggs, the 1.93-meter-tall American boxer who would later become the New York Golden Gloves champion, tried to provoke the Ukrainian fighter with his intimidating style, aiming to elicit an emotional response. Both Shannon Briggs and Vitali Klitschko were known for their knockout power, as 70% of their fights ended before the 12th round. Until the fateful day arrived, the Clash of Titans. Betting on either of them meant a potential victory. The stage was set, and the ring shone at its best for a spectacular showdown between these heavyweight giants. The atmosphere at the Olympic Stadium in Berlin was electric, with a crowd of fans eager to witness the fight. Prior to stepping into the ring, Shannon boasted that Klitschko had never faced an opponent with his strength and predicted that their encounter would mark the end of Klitschko's career. The pre-fight conversation reached its peak, with both fighters eager to back up their words with actions as they made their way to the ring. Once the bell rang, the action began immediately. Klitschko, with his height and reach, tried to keep Briggs at bay with his jab while looking for an opportunity to unleash his formidable left hook. On the other hand, Briggs showcased his aggression by constantly pressuring Klitschko and throwing fast and powerful combinations. The fight was a war of punches, with both fighters throwing energetic and impactful blows. Klitschko managed to utilize his longer reach to keep Briggs at a distance in the early rounds as they exchanged punches in the center of the ring.
Wenige Sekunden noch in dieser dritten Runde.
However, Briggs refused to be intimidated and continued to attack courageously. As the fight progressed, it was evident that both boxers had impressive endurance. They showed great resilience and the ability to withstand each other's punches. The tension in the air was palpable as the rounds went by, and fans couldn't take their eyes off the ring. As the end of the fight approached, Klitschko began to assert his dominance.
Die Rechte zu
His more precise and powerful punches started to weaken Briggs, who showed signs of fatigue. Klitschko took advantage of this and delivered a series of impactful blows in the final rounds. Finally, after 12 thrilling rounds, the referee declared Vitali Klitschko the winner by unanimous decision. It was a well-deserved victory for the reigning champion, who once again demonstrated his prowess in the ring and his ability to withstand the assaults of a tough opponent like Shannon Briggs. The fight between Klitschko and Briggs was a definitive test of strength, skill, and endurance for both boxers. The night was filled with exciting moments and showcased that both of them were true champions in the sport of boxing. Undoubtedly, this fight will be remembered as one of the most memorable in the careers of both boxers.